So we started already the smart devices, Android or iOS, and then that's the sensors and then all the programming. We already started. Those who are working or those who are or programming with the sensors and then GNSS global navigation satellite system, global GPS positioning satellite systems, and those can also go this way. But this is this is I said this is one of the theoretical example. Then today we try to give it to you one of the really working and functional web Android application for how can you build the routing. And that's I say this is one of the example, like you can go to the routing, the navigation, smart devices, GPS, GNSS, smart device, card and watch, smart health, and smart TV station. That means smart home devices, all things that we try to cover or we try to share with you. How can you start the programming with Android and other smart devices or iOS, depending on the what type of devices you try to program it. That's our main idea. Why we switch on the mobile platform, because this is the really nowadays everything is playing it is everything, every applications or every app is to be run into the smart devices like Android devices. That's why we try to share with you how can you start build application, Android application with the geo and non-geo functionalities or whatever you try to do, and how can you build the application, how can you install the application into the App Store for smart devices. That's the intention. So that means you have enough resources. We believe you have enough resources in our channels. You can go to our channels and then what you need, and you can pick up very quickly from here with the different technology stacks, different ideas and concept, and fit with you, and that will fit with your requirements on your specification, what you did, what you need, and you can pick up from the very beginning. And those who are not still subscribed, just please subscribe the channels, write down your comments and ideas. We will try our best to share our ideas and concept with you, and that's also the share with the public communities. That's our idea can be shared together. We will work together every time. So that means we can go back again our presentation. That's what we have it, the presentation that I said. This is the one of the screencasts that we are trying to continue today, and the screencast number 34 54 and the smart device, Android, the OpenStreetMaps, web GIS and mapping programming. You see the titles, like if you see the down level, really want spatial pictures like smart city, because that's the definition, a smart city definition. Everything is running into the your devices. You can navigate, you use services, you can provide your services into the mobile platform and app store. And that's why, and even though you can manage your health systems, or you can maintain also your garbage collection systems, and then you can also manage your developments into your devices like app store applications. You can build this app store application with different ideas and different use cases. For us, we try to give it to you how the only one schools the use cases, but maybe you have different use cases. You can just add, you can get from this how can you start and how can you implement the the services or the application and software application with the Android platform or iOS platform. That was the idea we try to share with you. That means maybe you have different use cases that we don't know, but we try to make it like a generic approach. How can you start, how can you implement, how can you build, how can you deploy the application or deploy the app into the app store. That's the different way of doing. But you got a different, maybe you have different use cases or different application development. Maybe you have different responsibility. Maybe you are programming with the bioinformatics, maybe you are programming with the geoinformatics, maybe you in programming with the navigation systems with TomTom or other things you are programming. But this is the different. But the basic idea to installations, developments, deployments, installation and deployments all are same, but the functionality is different. But we try to cover how can you start, how can you build the application, how can you deploy the application. That's our intention for these cases, but for this our screencast. So you see, we started this screencast. Today I will continue. That's the like OSM Android. This is one of the really open source popular library APIs SDK. With that Android, you can build application with the route planners and navigation functionalities, and even though you can make a app with the geospatial data visualization, maybe visualization as like insurance company, like Google Maps, like Uber, that's things, or other geo map based application. And even though you can, let's say we try to visualize the one application or track the corona systems, corona affected people or corona affected region, uh, or zone or country or city or communities. And you can also build those application with Android and with the geo and non-geo functionalities. That's the really the, how can say, one of the really use cases to get it clearly how what I mean, how can you understand the functionalities. So that means that if you think about any navigation systems, any car navigation or mobile navigation or whatever it is, everywhere there is a map functionalities. That's why we try to best to share with you how can you start for those mobile GIS programming, and how can you integrate the geo functionalities with the non-geo applications. That means if you are paying the money you pay the money with your mobile devices, you have a mock account, you have apps, and then you paid the money from the book. And this is the non-geo application. If you try to make one banks or any insurance company, and Uber says, okay, we need an application to navigate our traffic systems. That's one of the things. Or if you are responsible to build one apps to which is supported, for which will be the features of the smart city application, you maintain your health systems, like you maintain your rescue team, like you maintain your doctors, clinics, and then ambulance or police or other things. Or you are responsible to some ITS, intelligence traffic systems, to build. That means you track the vehicles with their license plate number. So that's all the application, all the use cases you can think about. That's everywhere. mm, the maps and GIS, geographical information system functionalities, you can integrate those functionalities. That's the idea to share with you. How can you share, how can you integrate those existing technologies, the APIs, the software development kits, with the use cases to fit with you. Then you can get really clearly how can you find your requirement, the specification or use cases, and how can you start those technology come to the play, and how can you start the development. And after the development is done, then how can you deploy and install the app into the app store. That's the idea. So you got idea, main idea. How can you program with Android, with Java? That's I said in my previous screencast, the Java. So you need to be learn basic Java programming. Java programming, basically Android is a Java, simply Java. And then you need to be get clearly the different map libraries, like Google Maps libraries, OpenStreetMap libraries, and then also the maps itself. And then you need to be learn different geometry, GIS systems, geographic information system, the basic functionalities, core functionalities, and then you can fit your requirements. So we will continue this one, the developments, from the installation to the developments. Basically, for the development, we try to use it in Visual Android Studio Code. That's I said into the my already we did the developments. This is the developments. We already did some simulator is here. but I will try to give it to you, the how can you also run the application into real devices. That's I will do the later screencast when you implement the features. So let's finish the